Right then, vehicles. Tipton Challenge UK is going to have a load of vehicles. Some will be in gameplay, some will be used for running the event. They're probably the most visible vehicles we're going to have is two armoured Humvees. They'll have 30 cal Brownings on top with paintball guns fitted inside them. They'll be pumping out an awful lot of paint. And they'll be cutting around the site, acting as a QRF vehicle. Make sure you keep out of their way. They're not going to be going particularly fast for safety reasons. What we're going to do, and we'll talk more about the safety aspect of vehicles in the next pack that comes out with the game details and obviously an orientation as well. But around the vehicles will be a 10-metre exclusion zone, so no players are allowed inside there to prevent them being run over. You're not allowed to shoot the vehicles. You can't shoot out the guys who are in them. And again, there's a safety reason for that as well. If you hear a vehicle coming, leg it. Leg it as quick as you possibly can. They're going to have an awful lot of guns and they'll be pouring out an awful lot of paint. If you're caught in the open by one of these vehicles, you'll get absolutely smashed, yeah? So if you hear a vehicle coming, those of us who have played in America at D-Day and stuff like that, you learn pretty quickly. You hear a tank coming and you just leg it into cover as quickly as you possibly can. There'll be other vehicles cutting about as well. There'll be like some Special Forces Super Cat buggies. Our staff will probably be using quads as well, and again, there's no shooting any of these guys here. Don't shoot any of the vehicles. There's also a big troop carrier that will be moving around the site. That's got quadruple Phenom, so 4 Phenoms on one single crank in a movable turret. Again, for God's sake, don't get caught in the open with that on you, because you'll take a lot of balls otherwise. All of these vehicles, just treat them with a bit of respect, really. But they're good fun. Nobody's allowed to drive a vehicle for insurance and safety reasons. They come with their own drivers. So if you see the driver having a cup of tea, there's no jumping in his Humvee and tearing off into town in that, because that'll get him pretty knocked up, to be honest with you. So there's no driving any of the vehicles unless you're a specific shoreline driver. All around the site as well, there's loads of abandoned tanks. Quite a lot of those are filled with blanks and stuff like that. So try and keep away from them if you can. In the night, we'll be blowing them up and setting them on fire. What we'll do is fill them with cardboard and petrol, put a load of pyro in there and blow them to smithereens. And then they'll burn all night long, which is a nice ambient light for the night games. But don't stash anything in there that you don't want to be blown up. And don't crawl inside there and fall asleep yourself as well, or you'll end up toast. But yeah, I think that's about it for vehicles.